troubling way, although there, as Councilmember Steelbach said, there is some comfort in that great institutions like Xavier and UC and others can rise above the lowering of the bar from the federal government, but it would be great to hear from some of our students about what this looks like and feels like on the ground as these protocol changes have been announced from the federal government.
So just to reintroduce myself, I'm Devi Jagadesan. I'm a senior here at Xavier University. And one of the things, just hearing what everyone has to say, is it's very important to share your voice when it comes to these topics. However, I do believe that in this university specifically, and I'm a very proud student to attend Xavier, but saying this as respectfully as possible, is there is a stigma around sex. There is a shameful stigma around sex on our campus. We are a small university. Rumors spread. People know one another when they walk into classes. And if a survivor walks into class, their perpetrator might be sitting next to them in class. And that's scary. And sometimes, not just, with Norwood and the crimes that happen here, sometimes it's just scary to walk from Hussman to the cafeteria. And what I do believe some of the solutions are is, thank goodness for It's on X. Thank goodness for us participating in this national-wide campaign, and also for Women Helping Women with the initiatives with local businesses. I do think that these are solutions, but I will share a story. So an individual approached me one morning in the Fenwick lobby, shaking, but smiling. And I knew something was wrong. We go to the individual's room, and before I know it, I'm in her bedroom, and she's crying, and she's shaking, and next thing I know, I'm taking her to the hospital for a SANE exam. Through the, maybe it was Cincinnati police, I don't know which district, some of the intensity of them trying to come into her hospital room during the SANE exam, and these scary things happening. A SANE exam is scary enough. She decided she did not want to report. It took our president being elected for her to eventually come forward. It took seeing other people and their voice and them being brave for herself to be brave. We need more positive conversation around consensual, healthy relationship sex. Whether that means, dispensing access to birth control and condoms for us to have safe sex, for birth control for us, so, women like myself, if we're raped again, we don't get pregnant. That is not another factor. And I do understand the Jesuit values. I do understand what we stand for, but I also understand the other side that we stand for. We are Xavier University, and we have It's on X. We stand to end gender-based violence on campus, and we want to have students share their voice. We're a Division I powerhouse. We talk about these rural schools in Cincinnati. We have the ability to represent the state of Ohio and take a stand against all of these issues and be the foot forward in change. If we can create a healthy, positive culture, even making consent fun, a fun topic to talk about, bringing in these businesses. We're doing this fundraiser for Sex Week with Delicios and Women Helping Women. We're shining light to Women Helping Women, showing that Xavier's a part of it so students feel comfortable coming forward. I myself am a survivor. I did not report my incident because I didn't want to ruin the reputation of my track team. I used to be a Division I athlete here. I cared so much about the image, the leadership pressures that we are put on as athletes. And you know what? I'm allowed to now say that with confidence and bravery because I know it's not just a campus-wide issue. It is a public health epidemic, just like Ms. Strimplin said. So as a student, we need to create more of a healthy atmosphere so students feel comfortable in sharing a voice. These steps, these precautions can't happen if students aren't sharing their voice. And so if that takes more of an entrepreneurial approach of getting local businesses to talk about these like we said, we're down at OTR, we're at Mount Adams, these bars and restaurants have to be like, hey, we don't stand for sexual assault. We don't stand for someone yelling on the street to their partner in an aggressive manner. We need the bystanders. How are we going to get the bystanders? How are we going to make this a Cincinnati culture? We are barely on this Xavier University bubble. These students love going down to downtown. We're in a great city. Let's be the city that takes a step forward for the rest of the state and for the rest of the country.